The government making an official statement on the bankruptcy filed by Baha Mar this week. I'm LTV's Munnings. That story coming up in the Bahamas tonight.
A financial expert weighs in on the Baha Mar development.
And new developments on the Fireman and the World Championships. The Bahamas tonight. The National Report starts now.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
Breaking news off the top, workers at Baha Mar can breathe a sigh of relief for at least a while. Good evening, everyone. I'm Charisma Robinson.
And I'm Chris Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. The Chapter 11 Guardian has given Baha Mar court approval to continue paying salaries and benefits for workers and for ordinary course suppliers as well, and for vendors for post-petition claims, among other things. The Guardian approved the financing agreed by Sarkis's Marillion. The total facility is up to $80 million, of which up to $30 million will be utilized by Baha Mar over the next 30 days. Ismailian has contended that his goal is to not only finish, but also open Baha Mar to become, as he has called it, the key economic spark plug in the Bahamas. It is unclear, though, if the salaries beyond 30 days is covered by this approval. We're following this developing story as it happens.
Government's priority when it comes to Baha Mar is to get it finished and get it open. And despite the Chapter 11 bankruptcy developments, the Prime Minister is pushing to get the Bahamian Riviera to the completion stage. LTV's Munnings has more from government's press conference yesterday.
Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Perry Christie, said at his press conference Tuesday evening that when Baha Mar officials filed a bankruptcy Chapter 11 petition in Delaware without notice on Monday, it was taken at a point when he was making personal interventions over several months with all three parties involved in the project, leading to substantial agreements on a package solution for additional funding by the China Export-Import Bank, the resumption of construction by the general contractor on the project, as well as the project's overall completion. Mr. Christie says this is supported by exchange of correspondence as early as June 26. Now, Mr. Christie says the government's #1 priority for all stakeholders in the Baha Mar project is its swift completion and official opening.
As a matter of national priority. This is not the time to play politics, but rather we must unite to ensure the best interests of the Bahamas and all Bahamians is met. In the interest of promoting transparency and national unity on an issue that clearly transcends partisan politics, I invite the Leader of the Opposition to attend a briefing at my office on this matter.
Prime Minister Christie maintains that the goal of the project should and will not be distorted by politics. He acknowledged that the project will provide great economic opportunities for our country, and collectively, the sole focus should be on Baha Mar's opening so that the jobs of current and potential employees are protected.
The government remains committed to being open and transparent with the Bahamian people, as it has since the beginning of this project. Any claim that the government or I have been misleading the public as it relates to the status of Baha Mar is completely false. The government has been working with all parties and negotiating in good faith and with an end goal of a successful opening of Baha Mar. The decision by Baha Mar to file for Chapter 11 under the U.S. Bankruptcy Code does not change our end goal. Negotiations must continue to progress immediately to ensure the successful opening as soon as possible. As previously stated, the government will not take sides, but rather continue to support all stakeholders in coming to a resolution.
The Prime Minister didn't entertain any questions from reporters once his statement was completed, but he did conclude that the government of the Bahamas takes the side of the Bahamian people, and they will ensure that the needs and interests of the Bahamian people come first and foremost. Altaviz Munnings, ZNS Network News.
Still on Baha Mar, we talked to the former Governor General of the Central Bank, James Smith, on the level of confidence as the $3.5 billion mega resort works through this bankruptcy process. In this ZNS News exclusive with Jimenita Swain, the former Minister of State for Finance explained exactly what Chapter 11 means.
The economy will continue to struggle in the doldrums because we had so many of the eggs in this Baha Mar basket.
On Monday, we saw Baha Mar officials filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the United States. But what does that mean? We get that answer from former Governor of the Central Bank, James Smith.
Well, it's actually a protection from the people you owe. And the courts would entertain a petition to go into a Chapter 11 bankruptcy if it feels that the person applying or the company that is applying for it has the potential to turn itself around if given the time. So they basically intervene and say to all of the creditors, okay, you can't sue this guy or he doesn't have to pay you right now. Give him a chance to restructure his business.
Smith says there are many more chapters to this story.
With the restructuring reorganization under the Baha Mar, which I think is a very short window, couldn't be more than 3 to 6 months that they have to get things ready. But that would mean lining up either additional partners, additional funding, having to bring back construction workers on the site and that sort of thing. And it seemed to me that under the best circumstances, you're looking for, quite a few months out. And in terms of construction, bear in mind we're in a hurricane belt. And between now and November, you will have any number of disruptions from the weather alone.
He also gives us his thoughts on the economic impact this setback will have.
I think we were looking at continuously slow economic growth, continued high unemployment, but above all, I think it's the loss of confidence that tends to negatively impact, beyond the project not coming online. There are, I think, small businesses, individuals who would have been making decisions about investments, like in terms of maybe I will build a duplex in the area hoping that the additional workers would lease from me and that type of thing. And I'm sure those decisions are being put on hold.
Smith is optimistic that this project will get restarted in the future because it's much too large to sit idly by. Now, this is a developing story. ZNS News will continue to follow. Jimenita Swain, ZNS Network News.
A new website has been set up by Baha Mar officials. It seeks to answer pertinent questions regarding the role of the company and its relationship with stakeholders during this period. Clint Watson has more on this.
Baha Mar addressed a myriad of questions from vendors, employees, contractors, and guests surrounding their latest move to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy through establishing a new website, www.pmpathforward.com. Baha Mar stressed the company's commitment to paying wages and benefits for a period of time, but this, of course, is all subject to approval by the courts of the United States. This means there is a chance that some employees may not be paid. If an agreement cannot be reached, then workforce reductions will begin. Now, based on the site, we also now know that there are staff members who are still owed payment of previous wages. Baha Mar says it is committed to paying those employees what is owed to them as well. Additionally, we also know that not all staff have been sent home. There are still a select number of employees continuing to work. The company noted that if an employee was needed to work during this period, their manager would call them. As to the uncertainty raised by some employees as to how long will they have a job, Baha Mar says that it is doing all it can to protect jobs, and while the company understands that this is a very uncertain situation, it cannot speculate but promise to keep employees informed whenever they receive updates. The company also asked employees to refrain from speaking with the media at this time. We also can report tonight that the convention center, which had recently just opened for business, as well as the golf course, have both now ceased operations. Baha Mar also explaining to its vendors and suppliers that its developer has agreed to arrange funding for the debtor in possession, that's DIP, financing during the Chapter 11 process. The company says this type of financing will ensure that suppliers and vendors will be paid in the ordinary course for any post-petition claims. All vendors and suppliers will receive notice of the procedures and deadlines for filing proof of claims for any amounts owed prior to the commencement of the Chapter 11. Baha Mar has engaged a claims agent, prime clerk, to assist vendors and suppliers in this process. And as for guests, Baha Mar says in undertaking the Chapter 11 process, they must cancel all existing guest reservations at the Baha Mar Casino and Hotel and suspend the acceptance of further reservations. The company says its intention is that this process have no impact on day-to-day operations at Melia Nassau Beach or its guests. Other guests who have reservations with one of the partner hotels, the Grand Hyatt, Rosewood, or SLS, are being asked to contact the hotel operator directly. Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.
The atmosphere at Baha Mar was quiet again today, with just a few workers seen on the multi-billion-dollar property. When our news team visited the site, we met locked gates and just a few security personnel stationed at the entry points, preventing unauthorized access to the property.
This portion of the news is brought to you by the new Shell & Leaded, designed for extra miles.